Today is 29th. I've been after Liz for actually a year. What?
Roz.
Roz.
That's okay.
Arnold
Zillions of people.
Arnold
He
has
can't
so
remember
many women he can't remember which one.
Well,
Hey
no,
man,
I'm jealous.
I've been after you for a year to make a movie.
It's true.
On thyroid.
But you know, I
Push,
had
push,
MGM at my door, and you know, what could I do? I had to make that movie first.
You gonna make it dead.
I'm joking.
What do you? I didn't know
I
what you
said
said.
MGM. I had MGM.
Oh, I
before.
see. I see.
Century Fox.
Okay, it's a little above me. Yeah. I just wanted to talk about the reason why I asked you to talk was because of your thyroid issues and how you handle it,
Right.
how it went away, and to me, I don't know why, but women get thyroid problems. Men don't, but women do.
Yeah.
Well, I was first diagnosed with a thyroid condition, and I'm gonna say I was in graduate school, so I was probably about 22 years old. I'm now 45. I was tired all the time, my hair was falling out, my skin was dry, you know, all the typical symptoms. And I saw an endocrinologist. They put me on the synthetic thyroid medication. I was on that for many years. I became more and more raw as after 40, and I had been gaining weight, and I couldn't lose it no matter what diet. I low carb, like we're talking no cheating, for 2 years straight.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Hardcore.
it was hardcore, and I had gone down to almost zero carbs. I had initially lost 18 pounds, and then I could lose no more. I hit a brick wall. So I was really terrified and really just, you know, really asking higher powers for help. Please help me, I need to find a better way. And the first site I actually wound up on was something called Raw Food Boot Camp.
Oh, okay, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and
Right.
and if you are the kind of person that has very serious food disorder, like you have an eating disorder that you can't stop eating and you can't control yourself, I highly recommend that site. Lots of valuable insights, and it gave me plenty of information. So I researched more after that.
You were in a boot camp for.
I didn't actually do the boot camp, but just
You
want
just
you know.
researched it.
I researched it, but that gave me the start to know what raw food was.
You knew what raw food was.
Right, I didn't know before. Of course, if you say raw food, everybody knows it's food that's not cooked.
Right.
But I didn't understand the whole concept of a raw food diet, and I'd heard
There is actually a lot of intricacies in raw food too.
there's a lot of what?
Intricacies, like you talked about earlier.
Right. There's
Yeah.
different levels of eating
Right.
raw. You know, Arnold and I were talking earlier. You can actually be an unhealthy raw person if you
You can.
if you only consume a very narrow group of foods. Like if you, let's say dates and nuts would be an example. Those are very high concentrated foods. You're not going to get the nutrition that you need, and you're going to wind up having problems. You're not going to either lose the weight you want to lose or see the health results you want to see. There's plenty of room in a raw food diet for nuts and dates and all those other yummy things. But again, room, not every space. So my first step was I started changing my diet, and then I went on a raw food fast.
You had a thyroid issue, right?
Thyroid issue.
Right.
To make a long story short, fast forwarding, I no longer take medication. I lost over 40 pounds. I wake up every day at 5:30 without an alarm clock. I go to bed every night around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink caffeine. I don't take any medication.
You were on medication, thyroid?
I was on thyroid medication.
Which one? And how long
I
did
was-
you have it?
Many years. Many
years.
years.
You
We're
were on
talking
thyroid medication many years.
many years, up until I was about 38 when I decided it wasn't doing me any good. I didn't feel any better.
So you stopped cold turkey?
I stopped cold turkey on
So
my
one
own.
day I'm not going to do any more medication.
I'm not going to do it. It wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't like I was able to wake up refreshed or
Right.
feel that it was helping me
Right.
to lose weight or increase my metabolism or correct. It didn't seem to be correcting. As a matter of fact, I actually think the medication is very toxic. It's very toxic. I actually think it does more harm to your body than it does good. I know there's a zillion doctors out there that are probably going to be like, what are you talking about? But that's their problem. They don't have to
You
take
didn't have the thyroid removed, though.
Thyroid where?
You didn't have it removed or anything, right?
No, I didn't have that kind of an issue.
Right.
The people that have thyroid problems, or they consider a hypothyroid is an underactive thyroid, that never requires removal.
Oh, I see.
The thyroid you're talking about is called Hashimoto's thyroid.
Hashimoto.
It's like a cancerous condition.
Wow.
I really cannot speak to that because I don't know enough about it.
But you had hypo,
Hypothyroid,
which is an underactive thyroid.
Right, which, you know, it can be varying degrees. There are some people
Right.
that have very mild symptoms and other people that have much more debilitating. For example, they're exhausted all day long. They can't
Right.
get things done. Their quality of life is very diminished. Mine was kind of like The Walking Dead, you know? I'd get up every day and I'd do the work I had to do, but I was always tired and always sluggish and never peppy and always wanting it. I could nap, drop of a hat. That would be it. Yeah. You want to take a nap? Sure. You know, done. But now, you know, I never nap. I never feel the need to nap. Obviously, you know, you can hear me chatting away. I've got plenty of energy. I have 3 boys, 2 businesses, a dog,
Wow, you have 2
cat.
businesses. Wow.
Yeah. And
And what was the sign touch about Raw and how did that come about?
okay, first, without even going any further, I have to say raw is absolutely amazing.
Right.
Almost every common malady, modern man malady, can be cured through the incorporation of a raw food diet. For those of you who might be a little hesitant, don't have to be 100% raw, although you'll probably eventually want to be really raw, because the more raw you eat, the happier you are, the healthier you feel, and you start tasting other food and you don't enjoy it anymore. You taste the chemicals, you taste the artificial stuff. You feel like as you're eating it that like your body doesn't like it. Like, what am I putting this in my body for? You know, over Thanksgiving I did eat some pies and stuff. When I got home I was like, ew, you know, just I don't want to even see it anymore. If you had said this to me a few years ago that I'd be almost 100% raw, I would have laughed at you.
Right.
I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to eat like that. Who can eat like that? But as you start doing it, you're like, how can I not eat like that? How can I continue to eat the other food? I could go back tomorrow and eat a 100% cooked diet.
Right.
I would immediately gain back the weight. It would take probably 2 months. I would immediately probably have the same thyroid problem.
This is vegan? You're, when you say cook, because you're vegan?
Any kind of cooked.
Any kind of cooked food.
Any kind of cooked food. I don't care whether it's meat or dairy or pasta. In my mind, all raw food, all cooked food rather, is somewhat toxic to your body. Is there room for it in your diet? Probably there's some room for some cooked food. For many people, it's mostly a psychological thing, that you're used to eating this food, it's comforting to you, you feel strange without it, but the more and more you incorporate raw foods in your diet, the less and less you will feel that way. And the more you'll feel comfortable and happy. I wouldn't dream of waking up eating a bowl of cereal anymore.
You're ready to give a course. I'm very impressed. Very good. She explains it very well, doesn't she?
Yes, you do.
Thank
Very
you.
well.
Well, it's you know, it's a wonderful thing to share. I mean, imagine if you, a person out there, had stumbled upon something that could help so many people, and you see the people every day. I work with the people every day. I have a lady in my office, and she's such a sweetheart. She suffers from obesity. She suffers from hypothyroid. She suffers from type 2 diabetes. She has to give herself injections at work. I love her. My heart goes out to her, and she's slowly starting to make changes. But imagine if you could really help somebody like that you love. I'm sure as you're looking at this, you're thinking about yourself, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your child, your mother, your father, your
Everybody.
aunt, everyone you can think of. There is not one person out there on the planet that cannot be touched by what I'm saying and know someone for whom this, and themselves as well, this would not just help, but be a life-changing experience. Life-changing. There's nobody out there that's gone raw that says, no big deal.
I want to cry. That's very good.
Thank you. I mean it. I mean it.
Right.
I've experienced it myself. Thank God I didn't have a life-threatening illness. I wasn't on death's door. I wasn't, you know, on an IV or, God forbid, undergoing chemotherapy. But I was a young woman in my 30s who was dragging through life and just kind of making it. And now I'm like, I feel like I'm a living person that's
Good.
enjoying life. You know, I still have work. I want to win the lottery, and that's it.
You want to live the lottery?
Yeah, and then I could eat raw, have a raw food chef. Woohoo!
I told you I'm cheap. Tim's cheap too.
I have all these men offering me cheap
We're both
services.
cheap.
So that's pretty. Did you have any other questions for me?
You have any questions to me?
We have 9 minutes.
9 minutes?
Do you have anything that you'd want to think to ask me, or that my other people might want to know?
You know,
I agree with you 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you're speaking for me, but you're a
Right.
female.
Well, the reason why I think women have more problems, my personal opinion, is that first of all, just in general, women have much more complicated hormonal balance issues than men.
Absolutely.
I've had 3 children, and my body has changed dramatically through each pregnancy, and you can feel it. You can feel a hormone change. If you're a woman and you've ever had a hot flash, you know that is hormones.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
powerful.
yeah. The last time I was a woman, I felt it.
That's right.
I noticed right away.
Well, for men, testosterone. Testosterone is
Yeah.
incredibly powerful, and you cannot do anything to control it. It just is. It is the way it is. And that being said, you know, women, they get pregnant, things change with their bodies, and I think that creates imbalances. And if you're also not eating properly at the same time,
Yeah.
you're just going to make additional imbalances.
Triple it.
Exactly, you're going to triple it. Whereas men, not too much changes.
We
you
just
know.
get angry.
That's right.
We
Just
just want to
get
fight somebody.
throws up. And it's all good. But yeah, women like to throw things.
You know, the more boy you get, the less angry you get. I seem like for me,
Absolutely.
I get very. For me to get angry, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I got angry yesterday.
Because
You know what I
it was
did?
Monday.
I said I'm mad. I left. That was it.
Really? You said you're mad you leave?
Yeah. I said you're very quiet. I'm mad. I left.
Yeah, but that's rare for you.
Rare. Yeah.
No, I agree, by the way. I think that raw foods has a very calming effect on people. I mean, think about it. If you stop consuming meat and you start thinking about the food that you're eating, you become a conscious consuming person. You're thinking about the food that you're putting in your body. You have to realize at some point you're not killing animals. You're not causing any creatures any distress. And it changes your whole outlook, what your part is on this planet. That you're actually now helping to conserve the planet, leaving a smaller carbon footprint, and it's a very calming, like a very zen kind of experience, I guess would be the right word.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
The thing that scares a lot of men away, men want to have their meat so they can stay on top of the food chain.
That's
But
funny.
my word to men out there that are afraid of being vegan is, you can be a vegan and still be badass.
That's right.
It's that simple.
There he is.
No meat and you can still be a badass.
Okay.
I've been able to keep my badassness on a vegan diet.
That's awesome.
I still want to watch action movies. I still enjoy throwing a football or whatever, or riding
You don't
a
watch
bike.
Thelma and Louise all night?
No.
Okay.
I would.
I like being physically active, but there's no
I'm
more
a
meat.
chick flick guy.
No more meat in my diet. No, but I watch a lot of chick flicks.
I like chick flick.
Yeah.
But there has to be a girl there, though.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't watch the chick flicks by myself.
I do.
What's the point? Oh, you're so cute. I love Harvey. He's awesome. He's so comfortable with his sexuality. He can do anything. You can just do anything and it's okay. But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Okay. I think that's it. Big hug and thyroid. Yay. Thank you.
I'm sorry it took me so long.
I love it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.